I'm not really a fan of using my headset, but I'll do it. Can you hear me at all? Alright. Still not dead yet, huh? So they have, in the game they have small monsters and large monsters. So these are just some of the small ones. Go down pretty easily, so I'll go find a large one in a second. I was actually trying to go search for these things called felines, and they're these cat creatures. Mine looks like a robot right now. Just has really good armor, so. But it's a lot of like rifling through stuff, just trying to get parts of things. So, let's see if this probably isn't the best choice for the monster I was thinking of fighting either. But we'll see. The monster I was planning on fighting has this annoying thing where he like has these weird antenna things on his head, and there he is right there actually. Alright. And these little green things are my scout flies, and they'll basically take me to wherever the monster that I'm tracking is. Where are you? There he is. The Titsuyaku. Yeah, that's the blinding thing that he likes to do. And actually, I probably should take that off because I can't blind him either. But he can blind me. Turn up. Move. So this is, not all weapons are this fast, by the way. This is an exception. Most weapons are actually pretty slow. So when I finish this thing, I'll show you what I mean. But, so I have my health, which is that green bar. I have my stamina, which is that yellow bar underneath it. Oh, fuck. Okay, he fell. I got... And yeah, underneath the yellow bar is my weapon durability. So basically, as I deal damage with my weapon, it'll go down slowly. You basically have to sharpen your weapons so that they won't lose all their durability. Because once they their durability gets too low, your attack will start bouncing off the enemy. I really like this weapon though. It's a really fun one to use. Really fast, and obviously you got a lot of attacks that you can apply pretty quickly. So when monsters are weak, they'll try to run away from you. Actually, let's see if I can't mount it now. I was not able to mount it. Let's try this again, actually. Nope, he's not gonna go where I want him to. Actually, let's try this. Maybe this will work. Oh, nope, he's going that way. Fuck. Get back here. Oh, I need that. Where's that? Where was that at? Where was it at? There we go. Okay. So yeah, a big part of the game though is gathering materials and stuff so you can prepare. You can put items together and stuff like that. Okay, let's see if I can't mount this guy though. I'll try to. Oh, see, he flashed me. I was just in the corner of it, so I got stunned. Ouch. Alright, come on. Oh my god, he's running away again? God. Ah, fuck. Oh my god, will you stop running away and fight me? Where'd he go? Oh, there we go. I broke his headpiece, so now he can't use his flashy thing now. Alright, there we go, he's dead. Sorry, big guy. Then basically after you beat him, you carve him up, take all the parts off of him. But here, I'll head back to the base camp so I can show you another weapon. Unfortunately, this one's not too strong. I need to upgrade it at some point, but it should be alright for where I am, I think. Yeah, this thing will be okay. I'm gonna change this. We'll keep it. That's probably alright. You doing alright in there? So this is another weapon I like, the longsword. So it's basically just one massive katana. And I actually killed that fish with it. So I probably won't be able to show much of what I can do with it against these guys, because they won't last long enough to do so. So we'll see now. So basically this sword, whenever you land, you have a few different techniques. Okay, so that's the one I was talking about. That's your spirit helm breaker, basically. Yeah, it's an alright weapon. But then I'll show you the weapon I normally stick with. I'll show you what that is. This is the weapon I like to use sometimes, but it's not the weapon I use the most. So after I'm gonna save this as a loadout. Actually, I want to change that to the dual swords. Where are they? Yeah, these guys. Now, okay. But so the normal weapon I use are my gun lances. So let me find the right one. It doesn't really matter which one, does it? Whatever, we'll use this guy. Keep that. We'll change to this. Switch to that. Switch to that, and we'll. Oops, didn't mean to take that off. Keep that there, and we'll switch to these guys. Okay. So here's my normal. Here's the set I normally use. Right, at least right now, because I don't have like I'm not at the end game yet, so I don't have access to like all the really powerful gear. But so my normal set is my gun lance. So you got this big lance with this shield. It doesn't shoot or anything, but it does. It's basically got this little, it's got like this, you can see the gun at the tip of it, and it doesn't like shoot, it's more like does an explosion at the end of it. And you've also got this thing called a worm state cannon, which, oh fuck, I didn't mean to do that, no. Well, that's like the big move that it's got, but yeah, the worm state cannon basically lets you jam the tip of the gun lance into the monster, and then it'll like light on fire and explode. But the main reason I really like it is just because it's really, it's got a lot of durability due to how much, how defensive it is. It's got like, it's one of the best shields, it's got the best shield in the game actually. So yeah, actually I'll fight this guy again, the Titsiaku. Actually, let me see. Let me see if Thunder will work on him at all, actually. Oh yeah, actually that's really good. Okay. So this will work just fine. So let me fuck this guy up. If I can hit him. Alright, yeah, let me go fight this guy. But basically, as long as I'm behind my shield, he can't stun me. There we go. See, I stuck the thing in his tail, then it explodes. But you can kind of just like poke at people from behind your shield if you want to. You also got your little ally Phaline that'll fight with you, so he's got lots of little support moves that he'll do to help me fight enemies. Got him. And so I've also got this little health booster that I can hide behind, that I can, as long as I'm sitting in it, my health will keep recharging. situated. There we go, okay. Oh, I missed. Also, all the monsters will like leave behind traces of where they've been. So that's how you'll usually figure out where they are to find them. Okay, I thought I was gonna miss that for a second. There we go, so let's see if he'll try to do his little flash thing. Because if he does now, it won't work. Oh, nope, it still is. I guess I gotta break, because it's not broken enough yet. But yeah, so usually when you're using items, you're leaving your character open for attack, so you gotta be careful. Also, oftentimes monsters will leave behind parts when you do enough damage to them. No, that's what I'm looking. That's what I'm looking for. Boom. Okay. Up here behind another place somewhere. Yeah, he did. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. I just saw it. There it is. So then each area also has a big boss monster, which I can show you one of them in a second. Let me just finish this guy off first. He's almost done. Stop running. Oh, there we go. I was able to mount one. So basically, when you mount a monster, you're gonna do enough damage to it so that you can knock it down, like so. There we go, and he's down. So what do you think of the game? Where was the honey at? I don't remember. There it is. Discard 2. Grab that. Okay. So I'm basically gonna head to the ancient forest. Go, go. Oh boy, here we go. Yeah. As soon as I can get out of the harm's way, I'll show you the ancient forest where one of the boss or one of the big monsters is. Yes, the basic they give you like a create a character at the beginning of the game. So you can do male or female, whatever. I'm kind of tempted to get it for my Xbox. I'm not sure yet. I'm kind of on the fence because I don't, like the only reason I haven't is because I don't really want to buy it twice. But there are people like I have friends on the Xbox and friends on PlayStation that I play it with, or that I would play it with. The reason I got it for PS4 originally was because that's what all of my friends were getting it on. Some of them moved over to Xbox, but the majority of them still stayed on the PS4, so I was just like, I'm just going to get the PS4 version. So I might buy it for Xbox. I don't know yet, but if I have people to play it with on the Xbox, then I'd be more likely to buy it for the Xbox. Aw, that sucks.
You know the drill. Start looking for clues. Let's split up and search. Don't worry. I'll be careful this time.
Yeah, sure. Aliens. Colonial Marines is $5. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of worried about what's going to happen with my paycheck because with the government shutdown, talking about people might not get paid, so I'm waiting to see how that goes. Okay. So this is how my cat normally looks. Like I said, yeah, I gave him that robot armor because it was just really good armor, so. Uh, I have Battlefront 2 because um they were trying to get rid of their Battlefront 2 PS4s. So basically I got it for like $200. So I ended up buying the PS4 Pro with the thing because it was so cheap. But I haven't actually like put on what's it called yet because I don't really know if I want to play it. Alright, so let's go fight the boss of the forest. And basically just eating just lets you kind of get stat boost before you start exploring. So I tend to do that before I go out. So that I just got a defense boost. So actually, if I can find it, I'll show you the Vor monster. This one loves I haven't fought one in a long ass time. It might not be actually it's probably not out yet. Oh nope, it is out. Okay, let's see. Let's follow it. Let's see if we can't watch it eat something. And as far as I know right now, this is the only monster that will like actively. He won't eat people, but he will eat other monsters. So let's see. I think he might already be fat though. Is he? Oh no, he's skinny. Okay. So then we will. He's gonna go eat somebody, and we will go watch. Usually monsters, and like in the older games, they would kind of attack you. The monsters would kind of attack you whenever they saw you. But in this one, they kind of don't do it unless you provoke them. So as long as we don't attack him, he'll probably just leave us alone. But like I said, we'll wait for him to eat somebody. So there's that. So now I'm gonna kill him. This actually isn't the boss monster, but he's actually the first monster. Like you'll actually, well, he's not the first. He's the first large monster you'll fight, I guess. But if you attack his belly enough, you'll actually cause him to cough up all his food. Yeah, let's see if I can't do it now. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, see, he kind of coughs up all the... He kind of coughs up his belly contents if you hit him too much in the stomach. Yeah, and at least right now I'm kind of a little bit over leveled for this area, so it's kind of easy for me to kill this thing. I've got some pretty good gear at this point in the game, so at least I'm not too far. I think I'm maybe about halfway into the game, or halfway through the game maybe. But let's see if we can't find an Anjanath. Anjanaths are, like I said, so the Anjanaths are like the big boss monster in this area. Well, I guess he's one of, there are two technically in this area. There's one flying one and there's one, the Anjanath is the non-flying one. There we go. Okay, there's some old footprints. Is he out here somewhere? I don't see him. He might not be out yet. I'll just keep looking around then. So they also have, they have a few ranged weapons as well. I haven't used the bow yet, so... Well, I've used the bow a little bit. I wasn't a fan of it, so I hadn't really used it since. But they also have bow guns, which are like, they're more ranged than the bow. But basically they just... It's kind of like a gun almost, except it's a lot bigger and heavier. And you kind of just like, you just move really slowly while you have it out. And you will just... It's kind of like a mix of a support and an offense, because you can have like healing shots as well as offensive shots. So I like the gun or the yeah, oh my god, the bow gun. The heavy so there's two, the heavy and the light. The light is more mobile, whereas the heavy is more damagey. I like the heavy one more because I don't really care for the light one's offensive capabilities. I don't care for its like special ability. Oh, there it is. There's the engine app. Okay. So yeah, this is the big boss monster of one of the two big boss monsters of this jungle. So let's see if I can't kill it. So I'm gonna wait until he gets into a more open up area. So before I fight him, it's really hard to fight him in like these small enclosed spaces. But yeah, so normally before you run into a monster, you can track those footprints and stuff like that, and that'll help your scout flies pick up on where he's supposed to be. Okay, so let's see. Whatever, this is as good a spot as any, I guess. Stop moving. Stop moving. So also whenever they roar, it'll stagger you. They have armors that'll like decrease the staggering of it. But right now I don't have any of those equipped. So the big thing with these, the dual blades, is they have this thing called demon mode, and basically whenever you press the right trigger, it'll cause you to go into this demon mode, and it'll make your attacks go faster and do more damage. You'll move faster, and you'll also have access to the Blade Fury technique. Whoa! Oh god. Where did I get it? Oh, nice. Okay. Okay. So your Palico can also learn how to befriend other monsters as well. Fuck. Also, if you get lit on fire, you gotta stop. You gotta basically do some rolls so you can get the fire off of you. Whoa, okay. You also have a grappling hook so you can get around. There are these little things called omen flies, which are these little guys right here, and they'll basically, whenever they're red, that means there's a big monster around or that means there's a large monster around. When they're white, that usually means there's nothing around. Nothing like too big anyway. Alright, oh no, my tail rider left me. Ooh, boy, that would have fucked me up. Alright, so if I can't do this now. So with the demon mode, if you're in demon mode and you jump on a monster, you'll basically steamroll down its entire body with your sword. Also, monsters tend to fight each other if they run into each other in the wild. Like these Jagresses don't like the Antonath. So lots of times they'll do damage to each other. God, can I eat this, please? Oh, he returned the Jagras. Nice. Oh, dick, come on. Boom, there we go. Oh, nice. Alright, let's go. Where the fuck are you going? But yes, I think there's 12 different weapons in the game, and they all play extremely differently, which I really like about the game, actually. I'll actually show you the rest of them after I kill this thing, so just so you can kind of get a feel of what it looks like. Okay, knocked him over, nice. You can also cut off monster parts as well. Ah, you did. Damn it. Come here. Come on. Come on. Over here. Oh, fuck me. She's got a big butt, I gotta say. There we go, okay. nice. So, okay, we got my demon flurry now. Oh, no, never mind. Oh, man, I didn't get it. Also, if the monster is weak enough and flinching and limping like that, you can capture him too, so... Luckily for me, the armor I'm using makes it so I take reduced damage randomly. And that's the reason I picked it for the dual, specifically for the dual swords. So I mean, I'm alright at dodging attacks, I'm not great, so just in case. Alright, so yeah, the monsters will normally go to sleep, so he's gonna go to sleep now. And I'm gonna wake him up. And normally, so if the monsters try to go to sleep, they can heal back up. You don't want them to do that, so you gotta attack them, wake them up. If you leave them alone, they'll heal back up to, I don't know if they go back to full health, but you definitely don't want it to happen anyway, so. There we go. Oh god, yeah, see how like I'm kind of flinching for some reason? My attacks are, I gotta sharpen my weapon, it's too weak now. Wait! Ah, come on. Oh god. No, 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 no. You gotta be careful because you could go from like winning this fight to, I could go from winning to quickly losing this fight if I'm not careful. Because monsters will also get enraged when you attack them enough, so. Okay, finally, he's fucking dead. But yeah, you see how even though this is the first area, that monster still took a while to beat. So normally for most story mission quests, they'll give you 50 minutes to hunt a monster. So... From what I've seen, 50 minutes is usually enough. And monsters will also scale, the big monsters will scale based on how many people you have in your party. So you can have up to 3 other hunters in your party for a team of 4. If you have other hunters though, if you have more than 2, it'll take away your palicos. And you have to fight with your allies basically. Oh, that's mine. I'm like, why can't I attack this thing? Oh my god, you motherfucker! What the... Literally all those bugs do is, like, they'll just wait for you to start, like, doing something, then they'll just come up and sting you real quick. If I had, like, a thing to fucking shoot it with, I would, but I don't have any ranged moves right now. But here, I'll head back to camp and I'll show you the other weapons that they got in the game. Okay. Okay, so this is the easiest weapon, and I mean I say easiest, but it's not like it's not the it's just a really good weapon overall, but it's like the sword and the shield. So you got a flimsy little shield that you can use. But I mean it's pretty reliable. You can actually use your you can actually use items while it's equipped. So that's the big thing about it, is that you can just use, like, it's the only weapon that you can use items while equipped. So it's pretty quick. It's not like super strong, but it's very mobile. Lots of good combos. Yeah, so pretty good weapon. So the strongest weapon in the game, the Buster Sword, or it's called they're called Great Swords, but this one is specifically is the Buster Sword. So big and slow, very powerful though. You have a shield that you can do. It's not like the best shield, but I mean it kind of blocks things a little bit. So there's that. You got the hammer. So they have blunt and they have severing weapons. So blunt things will stun you. Like if you keep hitting an enemy in the head, it'll cause them to get stunned. So yeah, the hammer is just this big ass weapon that you can just beat people with. I actually think you need to hit. Okay, yeah, I need to hit things. So if I can actually find a little weak enemy to beat up real quick, which makes me feel kind of bad, but you have this attack called Big Bang, which basically you just keep swinging your hammer over and over again on the same target, but looks like there's nobody around, so I can't really do it. There's a training area that you can go to try out all your weapons if you want to. So now I'll show you like the complicated weapons. Actually, here, just the hunting horn. This one isn't too complicated. But so basically the hunting horn is this crazy looking thing. So basically you swing it around and it lets you play music to give your character, like, to basically like boost things. So like if you do triangle, X circle, you'll get defense up. So boom, like that. You can negate wind pressure, so like basically make it so your allies aren't affected by when monsters roar. So I haven't used it yet, but I want to use it more. And all the different ones have like different songs basically. So they have the where is it at? Here we go. Charge blade, which is one of my friend's favorite weapons. It's all right, but so basically it's a sword and shield, like so. Got a pretty big shield. So I mean, it's pretty quick. But so the thing with it is, you can basically put the shield onto the end of it to turn it into an axe. So when you attack enemies with it, it'll charge up energy in the shield, and then you charge these files, or it'll charge like things into the sword. Um, Basically, you can then put the files, like charge files, into your sword. Then you can put it into your axe when you combine them to basically give your axe form and elements. Then they have the switch axe, which is it's actually pretty similar to it. It's instead of it being a sword and shield to an axe, it's an axe to a sword. And so this one is basically as you deal damage, you'll charge up energy in that one, and then you can basically do like this to switch it into a sword. Yeah, so this bad boy is pretty cool, I think. I actually really like this guy. You can overheat it to force it back into its axe form. And then they have the normal bow, which, like I said, the bow is like a mid-range weapon. I'm not a huge fan of it. I mean, it's cool, definitely. Don't get me wrong. I'm just not a fan of it personally. So basically the thing with the bow is you have these coatings that you can put onto your bow to change the way it fights. So you've got your... So here's the shot. So you can put on this close range coating to basically like shorten the range of the arrows but increase the damage that it does in close. You can also charge it up to do more damage. Like so. You have this quick shot. You have this arc shot, which basically boom, like so. You have the dragon pierce. Oh, so you can also, if you're charging, you can sidestep and hold the charge. It uses up stamina though. Then you have the dragon piercer. So yeah, both, like I said, both kind of cool. It's actually really cool. The thing that I like about this game is that all the weapons are basically like good all the way throughout the entire game. So then you have the gun lances or the gun blades. So they're pretty similar. Like they're the only difference between them being their special ability. So are you actually still awake or no? Sounds like you're asleep. Ah, you're there, so there. Hmm. So, yeah. So basically, all the gun blades have a special ammo. So for this guy, it is the Wyvern Heart, and basically it turns your gun into a Gatling gun. Obviously, the recoil is terrible. But you also, so you have basically all these crazy different types of ammo. So you got like your normal ammo. It's just kind of weak. You have like so you have more powerful normal types of ammo. You got pierce ammo, which basically causes your shots to go through the target and deal more damage. You got your spread ammo, which kind of makes it act like a shotgun. You got your sticky ammo, which sticks to targets and explodes. Your cluster bombs, which shoot up and then drop like bombs everywhere. You got your poison ammo, which just stacks poison. Your wyvern ammo, which acts like the wyvern fire. You've got your slicing ammo, which sticks to a target and like explodes into like a bunch of blades. Actually, let me head back and I'll show you. Because like, if you go to the training area, then it will let you check. It'll let you look at all the ammos. Let me just take on my rewards. Alright, so let's. Okay, so you got armor that makes the. Okay, so they got support ammo and they got offensive ammo. So like I said, so here's normal ammo 1, so it does 7 damage, whatever. Normal 2 does 14, so double damage. Pierce ammo, so like I said, it will go through the target and deal multiple shots, and it'll also deal damage to anything behind it. So it's actually pretty cool. Then you just got Pierce Ammo 2, which is a stronger version of that. You got your spread ammo, which like I said, acts like a shotgun, so it shortens your range, but it makes your thing act like a shotgun. Sticky ammo, so yeah, sticks to targets and explodes, and it can also stun. Yeah, your cluster bomb, which shoots up in the air, then drops. Boom, like that. You've got your poison ammo, like I said, so yeah, that's not really gonna show anything. That's just poison. Let me see. So yeah, like I said, so this acts like the wyvern fire. So basically, boom. You only get 1 shot per thing, and the ammo is really hard to come by. You actually have to make it. You've got your slicing ammo, so like I said, so yeah, this sticks to targets and then just explodes in a bunch of blades. So it's actually pretty cool. Yeah, so you got recover ammo, which basically like heals anything you hit. And you got your armor ammo, which will give your increases. I assume it increases the defense of whatever ally. Then you got trank ammo, which lets you put enemies to sleep. So when you like, this is one of the things you can use to capture monsters. And then so there's one more weapon that I didn't show you, but that's just because it's only a variation of another weapon, and that is the normal lance. So there's the lance and then there's the gun lance. So the gun lance is actually just a variation of the lance. Obviously, the normal lance is what comes first. But so basically, the lance is just kind of a more. It can't shoot obviously, so you can stab. You got like a counter thrust deal. You got this thing called power guard, which basically makes it so you just stop flinching when you block attacks. Because normally when you block, you'll kind of flinch a little bit and you'll get pushed back some. But with this one you don't, and it looks like you don't have the. Yeah, it looks like you don't have like the weird like dash thrust with the gun with the normal lance. But you can do this thing, you can do this guy. So that's kind of cool, I guess. But yeah, so that's all the weapons. So like I said, I think there's a weapon for everybody because there's just so many different things you can use, and they all play extremely differently. All right, so just quick thing though, the light bow gun. So like I said, it's just a more mobile version of the bow gun with weaker damage. But the thing with this is its special ability is the Wyvern Heart. So basically you can stick these landmines in the ground, and basically enemies near it, if an enemy walks over it, it'll explode. You can also shoot over it to make it like ignite a little bit and deal damage to whatever's near it. Do they have it? It doesn't look like it. Damn. But yeah, my two main weapons are the dual swords and the gun lance. Seriously, so yeah, the dual blades are quick. They're I want to say they're the weakest weapon in the game, like physically, but the main thing is they can do a lot of damage really fast. They can apply status effects really fast due to how fast they attack. You're very mobile in this form. Stuff like that. So basically, when you use the dual swords, you have your thing called demon mode, and that's activated with R2. Like I said, that'll run through stamina. So there's that little symbol underneath your swords, or underneath your sword, which the sharpness one. And so, when you fill that sword up, you'll go into Archdemon mode, which basically lets you use demon mode ability, like demon mode things. They're not as effective as normal demon mode, but it it basically lets you kind of use demon stuff, demon mode abilities, while without the stamina drain. Like I said, not as good as normal demon mode, but and then you can kind of combine demon and archdemon modes as well. So yeah, here's how fast you run when you're in normal, and here's how fast you run when you're in archdemon. It's not too much faster, but so what kind of weapon do you think you would like if you did get it? Heavy crossbow? Yeah. It's definitely a good weapon, I think. I like it. If I was gonna use and so I don't have it, but there's two different bow guns actually. And the other one, basically the other one just gives you a instead of the machine gun, Gatling gun type deal, you have a snipe, which I need to build one anyway, so I might as well just fucking build one.
The first Wyverians might be able to tell us where Zora Magdaros is.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So also, like, there's a bunch of different types of armors, each with their own skills and stuff. You can also preview the armor to see how you would look if you were wearing it all. This one is pretty cool, actually. This one's actually really cool. This one is interesting. This is the really furry one. That's where that weird, like, bat-looking thing in the GIF I showed you that was kind of cute, but then looks really creepy. Here's the flasher thing. You even got its little antennas on your head. You got the Rathian armor, which looks fucking awesome. Like I said, here's my go-to armor, the Anja armor. You got the Horn Tower, which is like this big old this big bug armor. Then they have a few armors that just give you like one thing. So here's this. I should actually probably build one of these because the butterfly armor, which I really want to get, but I don't have I don't know where to find great horn flies at. You got the high metal armor, Kadachi. This is your lightning proof armor. You got your waterproof armor right here. This is just a kind of durable armor that also is somewhat thunderproof. This one has some good poison and poison. It gives poison attack and poison resistance. This one's kind of whatever. I used this armor for a while. Back when I didn't have that many good options. Got this guy. And you got these little freaking Gajao legs. They're like Gajao are like little fish things. They're kind of annoying, but whatever. You got these guys. The little freaking mosquito things that just like kind of poke at you. Then you got your bone armor. And you got your hunter armor, and then you got your chainmail. You got your leather. And those are all the armors that I have right now. Basically, whenever you fight a monster, when you refight a new monster and you get its parts, it'll usually unlock new things to get. So here I'll show you the other heavy bow gun. So you have the Wyvern Heart, which is the Iron Assault, and you have the Wyvern Snipe, which is the Bone Shooter. So let's build a Bone Shooter. And so basically how you get better weapons is you forge them and then you can upgrade them. And like they have just huge wide-reaching skill trees or weapon tree. So like this is the bone tree, so it's like as you level it up it needs more and more different types of bones and stuff. You got so you haven't encountered the monster that makes up this tree yet, so it's still just unknown. You have the Puke tree, so you got your Rabadon tree, which is like that weird bone monster. Again, something I haven't encountered yet. The Kadachi tree, which is a lightning monster. Then you have your Dragon Bones, which I think I can make one of those. But here, let me show you the Wyvern Snipe real quick. And then I think I'm probably gonna get off. Alright, so you got your Wyvern Snipe, which I don't remember exactly what this does, but let me see. Oh yeah, it's this thing. So basically you set yourself up, you get one big shot. Pierces through the target, does damage and leaves explosives in it. So here's your demon ammo that you've got. So yeah, and also the different bow guns can use different types of ammos as well. So this can use sleep ammo. So just put those sleep gas. You got some paralysis ammo. Actually, let me see. I wonder if it'll let me. I think I can like check the credits to see all the different types of ammo. So you got blast coatings. So you can turn. This is for the arrows. So coatings are for the arrows. You got water ammos, thunder ammos, freeze ammos, dragon ammos. Poison, paralysis, sleeps, exhaust ammo, so makes it so you drain a monster's stamina. Recovery ammos, armor ammos. You have gunpowder levels, so you can upgrade so you can get better versions of the armors and stuff like that. Or the ammos, I mean. Then you can also make traps to trap monsters in as well. And if you trap monsters, that's how you capture them. You can fuse your raw meat with like different things to make it like so you can use poisoned meat or paralysis meat. They have meat that makes them go to sleep. You can build different kinds of traps. You can make knives that you can coat with different things. You can make barrel bombs that you can like basically like put a monster to, so basically when a monster is asleep, the next attack they take will deal double damage to them. So basically what you can do is put them to sleep and then put a bunch of explosive barrels next to them and then blow them up with one thing. And I think it does it in one damage. So that's a good way. You got all like your potions and stuff like that. And so yeah, like I said, so basically when you're going around in the different areas, that's usually when you're gonna wanna grab items because they're gonna go into they're gonna go into your inventory. You can put them in your box later, and that's how you're gonna get all these things so that you can make all these different gears and stuff. That's how you make your weapons, your items, everything. Everything is based like money is important, yes. Like you're not gonna buy things though, really. Everything you're gonna want to do, everything you're gonna do, basically you're gonna make. Oh yeah, they also have like a little weak melee attack also, so. But yeah, they're obviously not for like offensive, they're only really for, or they're not for melee offensive, they're only for support far away. Actually, let me see, I think I can also check the arrow coatings with this thing while I'm in the, because I know the arrows have a lot of cool coatings too. Oh, maybe I can't. Okay, never mind. I was wrong. That's kind of sucky. But I guess there's probably not too many coatings. It looks like you got power, poison, paralysis, sleep, and blast coating. So I can make some. Actually, let me see. Let me make some real quick. See what it's all about. Crafting list. Let's craft some blast coating. See what that's all about. It's not like I don't have plenty of stuff. Okay. How do I equip it though? Item pouch. Oh, it's probably in my box. Yeah. Okay, so let's grab this. Put it in there. Boom, okay. No, I still don't have it yet. How do I do it? Oh, I think that this bow cannot use the. I think that this bow cannot use the power coating. It might be that the bow is not like so. Lots of weapons actually, you can't. They can only use specific types of things. So this bow might not be able to use the power coating or the whatever I said. But yeah, I think I'm gonna head to bed though. 'Cause it's getting late. Well, we should talk. We should talk some more.
Might be able to tell us where Zora Magdaros is.
It's not too far ahead of me. You were sleeping. You sleep from 8 p.m. until 11ish. That's not too bad though. I'm gonna send you this picture on Telegram though, so see what you think about it. But yeah, alright, I'm gonna get off of this game.